reason you're here is because you no longer work with the WWE. You want to address that situation for us?
Well, as best I can.
Okay, put the microphone up to your mouth, like right there.
I was with,
there you go.
Hold it up a little bit. It's been a while since I've done
Yeah,
this.
I usually will.
Usually I'm walking and talking or at least leaning over a table or something. Yeah, I can talk about this much of it. I was there 18 years, and when WCW folded, guys, I was no longer a wrestler. And, when everything shrinks up into one company, pretty much, gets a little scary. And I was very fortunate to be absorbed by WWE at the time, which is now WWE, and for the last 18 years, was very fortunate to work with some incredible young talent. I mean, some guys that just, they have that same mentality of getting better. The Ortons, the Cenas, the Bray Wyatts, you name it, the Harpers. There's a 15, 20 people that I'm sure I'm going to miss. Big Show, who is truly a giant. And if you don't believe it, come up and grab him by the wrist sometime. These were incredible kids that wanted to learn, and they wanted to come through that curtain for all of you and make it the best they possibly could to match and give you your money's worth, which is basically what the Four Horsemen, you want to know what the Four Horsemen were about? It was competing amongst ourselves to give you every single night the best product possible.
All right.
And it wasn't an ego issue between us and each other. We just tried, if Rick was on after Tully and I, we would try to go out and outdo Rick before the fact. And he'll tell you, he would go out after us and, do his best to outdo us. But the benefactors were always, we had you guys in mind. And a lot of these young talent, they've had that same mentality, which for me, to be able to work with them and explain psychology and explain why you don't want to do this and maybe you want to move this here, that gave me an opportunity to still be in the business without really being in the business, because when they go through the curtain, right, they're on their own.
All right, I want to talk a little bit about, you and I got to know each other.
I don't think I finished. Anyway, no matter what, and he's supposed to be leading this thing, right? The question was, I'm no longer there. So I wished I could talk about it, but the fact is I had to sign a no disclosure situation when I left. You're going to hear a lot of stuff online. Don't believe everything you hear. The people that know me pretty much know the situation. I can't say it because it's just I signed a non-disclosure tonight, but the fact is, I don't know who said it, but I think Dave Meltzer might have got the credit, but he said, you know what, backstage rumor is Arn Anderson is not upset about leaving, and I'm not. Matter of fact, after 37 years, and that's how long I've been on the road, which may be a record, I think it probably is if you check it, without a break anywhere. The fact is even though it was a great, stable environment for my family and myself over those years, it's a difficult place to work, guys, and I'm not kidding you. The pressure is unbelievable. The hours are unbelievable. The travel is something. If I showed you a 30-day sheet, you wouldn't believe on a 30-day calendar all the places we have. So, for me, it's going to be the third phase of my career. Wrestler, producer. Now I get to come to things like this, and the fact is, if I was still working there, I wouldn't be here. I will say this on a final note where that's concerned. I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not wanted, because after 37 years, I think I deserve more than that.
Yes, sir. All right.